YouTube, what's going on, man? It's Logan, aka Pittsburgh Jit. In today's banger video, I figured I'd give you the top 5 meta loadouts and the biggest Warzone update to date in Black Ops 6, the Verdansk update. Without further ado, man, I wanted to mention that we're on the road to 150 subscribers. Hopefully we can turn that into 250, then 350, and just keep growing from there. But without further ado, man, let's get straight into the loadouts. Alright guys, so as always with the meta loadout video, I wanted to start off with my perks and equipment. So starting off with my tactical equipment, I like smoke grenades for big map BR. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but it's instantaneous cover at all times. So smokes are definitely the way to go, but if you don't like smokes, I'd rock stim shots, because for one, you regen your health, and for two, it gives you a movement speed boost. So pick your poison, but I like smoke grenades for sure. And then for my lethal, I talked about this in my last meta loadout video, but I like impact grenades now. For Resurgence, I like throwing knives. But honestly, for big map BR, if somebody's posted up in a window and you're underneath them and they don't know where you are, you could just chuck an impact grenade to either crack their armor plates or down them. So I like impact grenades for sure. And then for my perks, I completely changed up my perks. Well, perks 1 and 2 are different, but I'm rocking Scavenger this week especially because the lack or the absence of armor plates and cash is kind of concerning. So I like Scavenger for that reason. So you can basically, when you kill an enemy, you can resupply your ammo, armor plates, and cash. Especially if you wipe a whole squad, you get so much armor plates, so many armor plates, so much cash, and a ton of ammo if you're low. But whenever they update the armor plates, like they put more in the game, I think they talked about COD updates, dropped an update scheduled for next week. And when they fix that, I might rock Survivor as a change of pace. But right now I like Scavenger, and that's just the way it is. For perk 2, I think there's two options. I like Quick Fix, not because you turn into the Terminator with Tempered, which we'll get into here in a moment, but Quick Fix, you can single-handedly plate, and you regen your health whenever you start plating, or get a kill. And the other option would be Tracker, especially if you're on mouse and keyboard. Tracker is just like a non-negotiable, because you basically outline an enemy, or ping an enemy when you shoot them, and you get to see your enemy's footsteps if they're close to you. So you literally track them down, you hunt them down. So I used to rock Sprinter in Resurgence for Rebirth, but to be completely honest, you could just pull your melee weapon out and you don't need Sprinter anymore. So I like Quick Fix for that reason. And then perk 3, Tempered is the way to go, man. With the absence of armor plates like I talked about, you can plate up. All you need is 2 plates, and you're ready to rock and roll. I've been debating between going between Tempered and Bird's Eye, because if you get enough money, you and your squad, and you pop UAVs, Bird's Eye allows you to see an advanced UAV ping, and you can detect ghosted players. So it's definitely a good option. Ghost is kind of pointless. I mean, I guess Ghost is Ghost. You can rock it if you want. Resolute's not bad. The movement speed boost is really nice. Gung Ho is irrelevant. I don't like it anymore. And alertness is also not like high alert in MW3, so that's also kind of irrelevant. I like Tempered. And then we'll get into our wild card and our actual loadouts here in a moment. Alright, so starting off with the actual weapon builds now. I have one gunfighter build, and it's for the Cypher. So I have the Volshevsky Reflex, which in my opinion gives it like no visual recoil. The Compensator for vertical recoil control. The Gain Twist Barrel for maximum bullet velocity. The Vertical Foregrip, which basically works hand in hand with the Compensator for horizontal recoil control. Extended Mag 2, which is the max. I'm a 60 round mag kind of guy. Shout out Chuck, but yeah, max ammo capacity for sure. The Quick Draw Grip for ADS speed. The Combat Stock for flinch resistance and a little bit of aim walking movement speed. And then to maximize the bullet velocity, which you're at over 1,300 meters per second bullet velo. That is insane. I have the overpressured rounds. And then since it's a gunfighter build, you have to rock a pistol or a special weapon. And I found, oh my god, what is going on with my controller? Okay. But I found the best pistol in the game to be the Grakova because it is full auto. So I got the new monolithic suppressor on there for bullet velocity and damage range. The long barrel to maximize your damage range, maximize your effective damage range. Extended Mag 2, which just holds on to more mobility than Extended Mag 3. The ergonomic grip, so that you get that slide to fire and ADS speed. And the overpressured rounds for more bullet velocity. So these 5 attachments pretty much maximize your damage range and bullet velo. So that's my build for the Grakova. Alright, so starting off the actual list now, I have the Car 98, or as I like to call it, the King Car. I have the SPX 80 6.6 times optic, which is just my optic of preference for this gun. The Sonic Suppressor L for that bullet velocity and damage range, and you stay off the minimap as it's a suppressor. The Precision Jouer 7.62 long barrel. I hope I didn't butcher that name, but for the bullet velocity and damage range. The Recon Sling for flinch resistance and aiming idle sway. And I found this to be the best attachment, like besides the bullet velocity and damage range attachments. And the high grain ammunition, which, yeah, you guessed it, gives you more bullet velocity and damage range. So the high grain, the long barrel, and the Sonic Suppressor L are essential for the build, for sure. And then to pair up my sniper support, I have a different build for the Cypher. And this is basically what I think it's only, instead of the overpressured, I put the ergonomic grip on there. And instead of the quick draw grip, I rock the ergonomic. But I have the compensator gain twist vertical and extended mag 2. So yeah, that's my 5 attachment build for a little sniper support build for the Car 98. And then a new gun, man. Well, not necessarily new, but the conversion kit, the Growl conversion kit for the SWAT. I finally leveled this up and put about 10 games of Verdansk in, and this conversion kit turns the SWAT marksman rifle into a full auto conversion kit, and it gives you movement speed and a little bit of recoil control. It says it takes away your damage and damage range, which, you know, sounds like it sucks, but in reality, man, like I'm telling you, just from personal experience, this gun fries. I got the combat stock on there for flinch resistance and aim walking movement speed. The full auto extended mag, which is the only mag attachment that you could put on there with the conversion kit. The vertical foregrip for that horizontal recoil control, which is definitely essential. It does bounce a little bit. It takes away your barrel attachment with the conversion kit, which sucks, but you know, it is what it is. And then the monolithic suppressor to keep yourself off the minimap and increase your bullet velocity and damage range, which you're over 1,200 meters per second, and you have over a 45 meter effective damage range. So yeah, like I said, this gun fries, man. And to pair up the Growl conversion kit, I have probably the fastest TTK SMG in close range, the SOG. And this is my build for it. So I got the compensator for vertical recoil control, the long barrel to maximize your damage range, the Ranger foregrip for horizontal recoil control, and a little bit of sprinting movement speed. So you get a little bit of movement mixed in with recoil control. Extended Mag 2, which is the max, and the light stock, which in my opinion is just the best. I mean, you could try the balance stock. The balance stock is not bad, but I found myself to be way faster, just movement in general, with the light stock. And then for loadout number 3, which is kind of a, I don't know, I guess best all around loadout right here. We have the C9 SMG with the long barrel to maximize your effective damage range, the vertical foregrip for horizontal recoil control, extended mag 2, which is the max. You could rock extended mag 1 if you want like an MP5 feel, but I want the max ammo capacity because I'm probably going to be playing trios and quads for the most part. Ergonomic grip for ADS speed and slide to fire speed, and the balance stock for strafing movement speed, hip fire movement speed, and aim walking movement speed. And then to pair up that SMG, we have the brand new Kilo, or I mean, it's not brand new. It's brand new in Black Ops 6, but it's the OG Kilo. And I have my optic of choice, the Willis 3x, which actually gives you some recoil gun kick, some recoil control. And I found this to be the best, especially when you pair it with this reticle right here, the green minimal. The monolithic suppressor for bullet velocity and damage range and keeping yourself off the minimap. The long barrel for the most effective damage range, which that paired up with the overpressured rounds gives you over 1200 meters per second bullet velo and over a 55 meter effective damage range. So you're going to be rocking and rolling with this gun, man. And then finally, to end it off, extended mag 2. I don't think you need the 80 round mag. It just looks weird and slows you down way too much. I found myself to be fine with the extended mag 2. And then we're getting into the good stuff now, man. We have a sniper. Finally, like an actual sniper to use. The HDR. And this is my optic of choice. The 7x scope. Again, optics are personal preference, but I found myself to be best with the 7x scope. The monolithic suppressor for more bullet velocity and damage range and keeping yourself off the minimap. The gain twist barrel for maximum bullet velocity, and again you're over a 1200 meter per second bullet velo and almost 100 meter effective damage range. Then this is kind of weird, but trust me on this. The lightweight bipod, it gives you the maximum aiming idle sway. And aiming idle sway, if you don't know what that is basically when you first aim down sight, your gun bounces, and this reduces that. So yeah, it reduces the sway. And then to end it off, we have the overpressured rounds just for that bullet velo. And then this is another new build. Not a new gun, but a new build. We have the AK-74 SMG, if you will. And this is my build for it. We have the compensator for the vertical recoil control. The vertical foregrip for horizontal recoil control. Extended mag 2, just to hold on to more mobility than the 60 round drum mag. The ergonomic grip for slide to fire and ADS speed. And the light stock, which, I mean, that's up to you. You could run the balance stock. It's just personal preference, but I like to move around the map as quick as possible, and I think the light stock does that. And then for my top metal loadout, man, my favorite loadout to be rocking in Verdansk, the AMAX, the OG AMAX. And I really don't think you need an 8 attachment build, but I can give that to you if you need. But honestly, the 5 attachments here, the Willis 3 times, which is again my optic of choice, that gives you some recoil gun kick or recoil control. The monolithic suppressor for bullet velocity and damage range, and you stay off the minimap again. Gain twist barrel to maximize your bullet velocity, which, if you haven't noticed here, we're at over a 1400 millisecond or meters per second bullet velocity and over a 50-meter effective damage range. This thing is an absolute beast, man. Please trust me on that. Then we got the vertical foregrip for horizontal recoil control, and extended mag 2, the 60-round drum mag. And then to pair up the best AR in the game, we have the best SMG in the game as of now, and that is the compact. And with this specific build, I think you're pretty much unstoppable if you land shots. But yeah, we got the integrated suppressor barrel, which keeps you off the minimap and increases your bullet velocity and damage range. The Ranger foregrip for horizontal recoil control and sprinting movement speed, which if you haven't noticed, if you go to the vertical foregrip, you're not missing out on anything but sprinting movement speed. So, like, that's why I have the Ranger on there, because you get the same recoil control and you get a little bit of sprinting movement speed. So, I rock the Ranger for that reason. Extended Mag 3, which is the max, it has a very high DPM, or a very low DPM, I'm sorry, like damage per mag. Like 60 rounds, it shoots so fast that 60 rounds is almost not enough. The ergonomic grip for slide to fire and ADS speed, and in my personal preference, I use the no stock. I just found myself to be so much quicker and agile with the no stock, but if you don't like that, rock the balance stock for sure. But yeah, man, that concludes my top 5 meta loadouts here in Verdansk in Season 3. I don't know if I'll make a meta loadout video on Rebirth, but if you want me to do that, just let me know. Just send me a comment or a DM, and I'll do that. But without further ado, man, I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch my video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.